in global warming?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes, and I like it.
No? Do you believe in global warming?
No.
Yeah.
Do you believe in global warming?
Absolutely yes.
Hi, I'm Carla.
And I'm Sophia.
And we're going to be interviewing a couple of people to see the different perspectives on the very important issue, global warming.
So let's go and see.
When was the first time you heard about global warming?
First time I heard about global warming, I'd say about 10 years ago in university, just before I became a teacher. It was a concept that people were starting to discuss, the concept of carbon dioxide leading to temperature change.
Okay, what would you say your position on global warming is?
A lot of people tend to think that I don't believe in global warming, and it's not a case of not believing in global warming. I believe in natural climate change. I believe that the Earth experiences 1,500-year cycles where there is an influx and decrease in temperature. I believe that humans should take care of the Earth a lot better, but I don't think that humans per se are the leading cause of temperature change.
Okay, and what influences you to think that?
Scientific facts, like for example, a quick and easy one that is that the other planets in our solar system tend to be heating up as well, which shows that their Earth's temperature and climate is regulated by the sun. Therefore, there's nobody living on Mars, yet their polar caps are melting, their their temperature of their planet's getting warmer, so it just shows you that the sun regulates and we don't control the heat of the Earth or the temperature of the Earth.
Okay. Do you think that global warming is directly affecting you? If so, how?
Oh, well, global warming actually is an outdated term. It's more like climate change, but global warming, yeah, it does, because you've got people, I teach it in my course. I teach the concept, the theories of global warming. I teach how to be a good steward of the environment. But yeah, we look at our school. Next year we're getting solar powered panels for the roof. The school is considered a green school, so everything goes towards that green movement. Yeah, so definitely.
Why do you think global warming can be a touchy issue in a religious environment?
In a religious environment? I don't know. I just think it's a touchy subject because people are either very black and white when it comes to global warming. They're like, it's happening or it's not happening, where people can't just see that the temperature has changed. But a recent study just shows you that the water vapor is actually dampening the effect of climate change. So the temperature is not going as high as they thought it would be because of water vapor. So people either are afraid to see both sides of the coin, where I kind of stand in the middle going, I see merits of both sides. So just like with religion, if you say there's no such thing as a God, you'll offend people that believe in God, whoever their God may be. So I don't know if where in a religious setting it'd be confrontational, but as a whole I can see how people can be very decisive and take sides.
Do you think that the younger generation cares more or less about global warming than the older?
Definitely. I think you guys are going to be bearing the weight of this movement on your shoulders for years to come. It's your planet, your kids' planet, it's your grandkids' planet, so you're the next generation. You're the generation that is going to take the initiative on this, definitely.
And last question, would you agree with this statement? If the environment was a bank, we would have saved it by now. Why or why not?
That just goes with regards to the economic collapse in the United States. Because everybody lives for the here and now. So if your bank takes away $5 from your account, you're automatically interested in where did your $5 go. Whereas the temperature increasing 1 degree over the next 100 years is something people can't put a quantitative or qualitative measurement on. They can't understand what that means to them. So yeah, if the environment was a bank, it would definitely have been saved by now.
So when was the first time you heard about global warming? What is your definition on it?
Well, the first time I heard about global warming, I actually can't really pinpoint, but I've been hearing about it everywhere just for the past maybe 5 years. My definition on it? What do you mean by that?
Well, what is your...
How would you
define it?
How do I define global warming? I think it's just that, well, our environment is changing all around the world, and I think that like the temperatures and the climate and the environment that we live in is changing from what it used to be, and it's not in its natural state because of the ways that we are treating the environment and the different things that we are introducing to it that were never there, which are obviously altering the climate and altering the different aspects of our environment.
So what is your position on global warming?
I think that global warming is a big issue, but I think that a lot more needs to be done to help it. I think they're not really addressing it in a proper way because they're not really going after the people who are producing goods that are doing this thing, like things that, like plastics or different things that are completely hazardous to our environment. I think that they're addressing it from a very small scale, such as recycling and stuff, and that stuff is important, but I think that they should, governments and people who are in charge all over the world should definitely take larger steps than what they're actually doing.
Do you feel global warming is directly affecting you? If so, how? If not, why?
I think that global warming is definitely affecting us. I didn't really notice it, and everybody, I think, like here in Toronto, was like, okay, whatever, it's happening, until this year. As you can tell, with our winter, we've had like a completely, it's something that we've never experienced before. We're in February and the end of February, and this is when we're experiencing our biggest snowfalls. December 1st was the first day it snowed, and right after that it rained. So I think that the way that the temperatures and the lack of snow that we're experiencing this year is definitely affecting us.
What are the possible benefits from global warming?
Really, I don't think there can be any benefits from something that is completely altering the environment we live in, the environment that all other natural beings are living in.
Do you agree with this statement? If the environment was a bank, would we have saved it by now? Why or why not?
I do agree with that because I think that people in power or politicians or the government is more interested in finances and different things like that. If we look at the recession in the United States, they were so ready to jump and help the banks and give them the money. However, an issue like this that is affecting everybody, that is definitely going to determine how long we actually live on this earth or how long humans survive. And government and people like that don't really care to go into that issue because they're more focused on other things. And I think that the issue of global warming should definitely be a larger issue on every politician's platform.
So lastly, how do you conserve the environment?
Well, I definitely make a habit of recycling. I live in a building, so we just got these like big blue bags that we get to put all our recycling stuff in. We take it downstairs. Honestly, I don't really do a lot for it, but I just do like the little things, like make sure the water doesn't run and like different things that they supposedly say will help to conserve like water and conserve different things. And I try to not buy like bottled water so that not a lot of plastic is used and different things like that.
So when was the first time you heard about global warming, and what is your definition on it?
About 8 or 10 years ago, I first heard about global warming, Sophie, and it wasn't as popular scientifically as the term is today. It was based on limited information at the time, which now seems to be supported quite positively with the science of the day.
So what is your position on global warming?
Well, my position on global warming is that I believe it is happening. I have witnessed it myself. I travel to the Arctic on a fairly regular basis every 2 or 3 years, and I've noticed over the past 12 to 15 years of traveling to the Arctic that yes, indeed, especially speaking with the Inuit and people of the area,